And in Georgia, we are hours away from the deadline for election officials to complete a hand tally of about 5 million votes. President-elect Joe Biden still holds a sizable lead in that state, but uncounted ballots recently discovered are narrowing the margin. News Nation correspondent Brian Entin live in Atlanta with the latest on the hand tally. Brian.
Marnie, it just feels like the counting here in Georgia is never going to end. They've still got 3.5 to 4 more hours to count tonight before the recount deadline. So far, President Trump has gained about 1,000 votes, but it's not going to be nearly enough for him to win Georgia.
Is it like a precinct?
Several Georgia counties are counting and double-checking ballots right up until the last minute.
We will likely be having to use every minute of that midnight deadline.
The Georgia Secretary of State's office says they haven't found any widespread problems, but they have discovered thousands of uncounted votes. In Floyd County, a box with 2,600 ballots was found. In Fayette County, a memory card with 2,755 votes was not properly loaded. In Walton County, another memory card with 284 votes was found. And in Douglas County, there was a memory card with 293 uncounted votes. But even with these discoveries, Joe Biden still leads President Trump by about 12,000 votes.
Fast is great. We love fast. Accurate is more important. And this process is showing us that we can get to that level of accuracy.
President Trump tweeted today, the Georgia recount is a joke and is being done under protest. Even though thousands of fraudulent votes have been found, the real number is in matching signatures. Governor must open up unconstitutional consent decree and call in the legislature. The Georgia Secretary of State's office, run by Republicans, reacted.
What's your response to President Trump's claims that there are thousands of fraudulent votes in Georgia?
That he's been misinformed on that front, and the reason for the audit is to make sure that every legal vote is counted.
The recount happening now is technically called an audit because it is mandated by the state. President Trump's campaign can request another recount, but attorneys working for the Biden campaign say it won't make a difference.
You can recount these ballots in alphabetical order, by machine, in random order, by hand, by county, starting with the second letter in order. They're going to count the same way. Like, in the end, more voters voted for Joe Biden than voted for Donald Trump.
And again, right now, Joe Biden beating President Trump by about 12,000 votes here in Georgia. That is not expected to change very much between now and the deadline, which is at midnight in just about 3.5 hours. Marnie?
And Brian, you mentioned that the president can still request that formal recount. How is that different than what's already happening? And in the end, will it make a difference since the candidates appear to be so far apart?
Yeah, it doesn't appear the counting is going to end anytime soon here in Georgia. Basically, tonight is the deadline for the recount. Friday, Secretary of State will certify the results. Over the weekend, the governor will likely certify the results. And then comes the opportunity for President Trump to request his own recount, which it appears he will. They'll run all the ballots through the machines again, but based on all the experts that we've spoken to, they just don't expect the results to change very much here in Georgia, Marnie.
Not a speedy process, Brian. Thank you.